Okay, I'll tell him to make sure he just comes over.
And, you know, it's through your bank, so when I go to do it.
Okay, and what time do you leave today?
Yeah, and do it through there.
Oh, okay, perfect. So he'll be fine. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Also does it some credit union, majority of banks do have.
You have it out.
Yeah.
So did you join? Yeah, I'm gonna join. What did you lose? Wait, yeah. So are you gonna get yours mailed out?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it paid through the Zelle. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so she doesn't have to pay some, so you never had to pay the fees because you is prepared for them.
So then you'll have to, like you'll start when you get your, like, you should get like in a week.
Think about it, yeah.
Because that's why I said, I don't wanna get the shot today, because I wanna read over the. Yeah, I did that.
Make sure you have things in my house that, so I.
Yeah, I did, I looked at all that stuff.
But I'd rather do that.
I have all that stuff ready in case I got sick, I have all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have mirror. And I was going, and I bought the gummy, those vitamins. And I bought, but you know, I've never had to use hardly, I mean, I use the gummies, but, that other stuff, I never really had stuff. Well, that's good, that's what,
Yeah.
but everybody's different.
But Betty's right, it's good to have all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I get, when it happens during the night and I'm, you know, I need something and they tell you too, like, if you get this or this, call immediately. So.
That's, that direct phone number, the 4884 number that's on the paper. You can text or call that both after hours and during hours of operation. That's your after hours.
What?
Oh, here it is, okay, all right.
4884, yep, you can call or text, whichever works better.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, no matter what time it is, just send the text and we'll respond.
Okay, all right.
That's also the same way as how you would order.
So you're gonna make an appointment in 4 weeks?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Oh, no, I gotta do it when I get home. Oh, I work, I need my work schedule.
That's fine. And then you can text us.
Okay, because I want to schedule and then have to change it. And you could text it, she said. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I don't carry that so yeah, I should have it in my.
Hello, this is Angela, nurse practitioner with Recreate Health and Wellness. I am here to answer any questions that you guys have, so welcome. Thank you for coming in. I'm sorry I was a little bit late. I had a patient and I was answering the questions. Well, hello, Megan. You're on the wrong account, Megan. What are you doing over here? But that's okay. It's good to see you guys. So I am on 2 accounts, if you didn't know already. So I have 2 pages. I am on Recreate Health and Recreate Wellness. Recreate Health is my main account and Recreate Wellness is my backup account. And what I like to get in trouble sometimes. So I have... Now you're on the other account. Megan, you're confusing me. No, I'm just kidding. So I have my 2 accounts, but so I recommend that you follow both accounts because you never know when I might get in trouble. So what I do is I will, I'm always live on both accounts as long as I can and don't get in trouble on either one of them. But sometimes you just never know. But I am here today to answer any questions that you might have. And Megan, it looks like you're the only one on that page today, but you never know. Okay. So what questions do you guys have regarding the GLPs? How long did it take before you started seeing results? Okay. So that is actually like a really common question. Okay. So I actually need to do a video on that one because I have been finding, and I just actually had a call with a lady prior to coming on today. She was on 1 milligram, I'm guessing, because she was taking 110 units. And I have actually never heard of that. We use the highest concentration of everything. And I'm actually going to say that a few times today because that is something different for me is I've never heard of that. 110 units. How many of you have actually ever heard of somebody taking 110 units of S? Because she was on S and she was on 110 units. So the highest units that we've ever used is 50. More of that is 0.5 mLs if you know mLs. And so 110 units of S is very odd and I've never heard that. So she had to have been on a 1 milligram. Our concentration of S is 5 5 milligram of 1 ml, and then our tea is 20 milligram of 1 ml. So what that tells me is the pharmacy that she was getting her meds from was using a very low concentration. And a lot of times people are telling me that my prices are high, but my prices are higher because of the higher concentrations that we're using. And so when we start people on stuff, because we're using the higher concentrations, we tend to see results fairly quickly. So when I start to see results in my patients are typically within the first week or two. Typically. Now, there are odd people because a lot of people don't like to follow the rules because that's just how people are. Then they may take a month. And that's very, very odd. Most people with our program are a week or two. And that's because they're following the recommendations that we're giving them as well, with the calorie. Well, we don't even count calories the first month. The main thing that I say is protein. And the second thing that I say is listen to your brain, because your brain is going to start telling you, hey, you're not hungry, you're not craving. Watch your hydration and get your protein that first month, and you will start filling that first month, typically within the first week or two. So that's the answer to that question. If you're not, something's not right. Okay? You need to look at the concentration. So if you are on S and it's 1 milligram per 1 ml, there's something wrong. Now, 2.5 of 1 ml, that's okay. But then if you are never getting to a full 1 ml, that's a problem. So, that's when you need to start reaching out to me for that free consultation, because there's something up. And basically that's what I did for that lady today, because we don't cover Wisconsin. So that is, basically what I did for her. But I do have somebody that can cover the 3 states that we don't. So my S is $2.99 and my T is $4.50. So my higher concentration, what do you start out at? I start out at lower doses. So my S is the 0.25 milligram, and that's a 0.05 ml. And then that's for the S. And then for T, we start out at 3 milligram. So we do start out at the low, and it depends on how you tolerate it. We listen to the body on how we dose up. So am I too old to start? And she's 73. Absolutely, you are not. And you are on blood pressure meds and cholesterol meds. You are not too old. We just want to make sure that we watch you. And as your W goes down, we want to make sure that we're monitoring your blood pressure, especially because you might be able to get off of those meds. So we want to make sure that we're watching you carefully. How do we get a free consultation? All you have to do is DM or message, and we can definitely help you with that. And we would definitely want to help you with that. That's all you have to do is just DM or message us, and we will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Please share my live. So I really appreciate it if you would share this, and please follow both of my pages, which is Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. TikTok does not like to push out my Recrea Health page because I've been in trouble too many times on that page. So all of you that are on my Recrea Wellness page, please go to Recrea Health and push that page because it is growing. I do have a lot of videos on there that have gone viral, but TikTok for some reason doesn't want to push that page anymore. So I really do need you to help me push that page. That is my main page. So everybody that is on my Recrea Wellness, I would appreciate if you could please help me push that page. But please share my pages and please follow my pages as well. Thank you, Ginger, for pushing the @Recrea Wellness. And then the other page is @Recrea Health. So thank you, everybody, for helping me with that. And all I am here is to educate and teach. I am a nurse practitioner. We do cover 47 states. So we have a great physician that we work with that has 50 state license. And I really do love just teaching and educating. I have decided, that's me in the background. I have been on the program for 4 years. I have been prescribing for 4 years. I have decided that I just want to make sure you guys are safe on these. I personally have learned a lot just from being on them. I've been on both twice now. I've never been off of them for 4 years other than for like surgeries or colonoscopies or, whatever procedures that I've had to have. So I know these meds inside and out. And my whole goal is to keep you guys safe and to make sure you're getting right meds and make sure that you are definitely doing what you need to do in order to be safe. Now, on my Recreate Health page yesterday today, I actually posted the GLP survival kits, the things that you need to have in your possession when you're on these meds to help you be happy, safe, and the things that you need to have available for you when you are taking these meds. Watch that video. Help me share that video. Get that video out there. Help it go viral, please, because it is going to help save lives. Seriously, because it is the things that you need to be safe on these meds. So just watch that video. It is a really good video. I will get it posted on the Recreate Wellness page. I just didn't have time this morning. I had a bunch of patients in the office. Okay. I do not like to mention other clinics on here, guys, or other pharmacies or anything like that. But I can tell you honestly that a lot of them, you have to be very careful. Ask a lot of questions. If you don't get to speak to a human, be careful. I highly recommend being able to speak to an actual medical professional when you are looking at a pharmacy or when you're looking at a clinic. If you can't speak to somebody personally, that can be a problem. You need to be able to talk to somebody, because if you can't, that's when you tend to get into trouble. Okay, so it's really important that you actually speak to somebody. Third week of Z and down 13. Fiber, protein, water is so important. Good job, monoxide. That's a pretty cool name. Please follow my pages. And Noom, I've never tried. I've tried a lot of different programs. I've never tried that one though. So definitely never tried that one. Has there been any incidents where people have reported depression on these meds? Anxiety and depression, especially on name brand MJ, is a thing. I have had a lot of people report that. I did a video on the Recreate Health page where a lot of people were reporting the anxiety. Depression, not so much, but if you're on depression meds or you have an underlying depression and anxiety, you can tend to have an increase in anxiety. And then if you're on underlying, if you have those underlying, yes, or if you're already on meds, yes, it can affect those meds. So definitely make sure that you're reaching out to your providers and your primary cares, because they need to look at those meds. Or if you have a psychiatrist or a psychologist or anybody like that you're working with, they need to be aware that you're on these meds, because they need to make sure that they're adjusting your meds if needed, because it definitely can be a thing. Now, somebody else has said that it actually helped their anxiety and their depression, which is a thing too. So it's hard to say if you do have anxiety and depression, oh yes, these are automatically going to make that worse, because that's not true. Eating greasy or spicy foods on Z a problem? Some people like me, yes, it would be absolutely 100% a problem. If I eat greasy food, I ate an onion ring once. Never again will I ever eat an onion ring. It was the most miserable thing I ever ate for 3 days. I had the sulfur burps. I was miserable. I had the most sour stomach, and that was before I had learned about digestive enzymes. It was miserable. So it depends. Now, like Veronica, She has Filipino in her. That girl loves spicy food, and her dad loves spicy food. They can eat spicy food all day long and they're fine. It just depends on you. Some people are fine on spicy foods. Greasy food is not a good idea in general because it's not generally healthy for you. So I wouldn't recommend it. But if I was to make, like zucchini when it was in season, I was making fried zucchini at home and that was fine. That didn't bother me. But if I was to go to somewhere and get, like onion rings or something, it's going to be horrible. I can't do it. So it really just depends on the individual. I'm on ADHD meds and experience loss of joy. I'm not even going to attempt to say that word. Then I would definitely, Holly, talk to your provider because you may just need your meds adjusted. I have noticed that anytime like ADHD meds, antipsychotic meds, depression meds, any of those meds that rely on your digestion to monitor or manage those meds, they need to maybe be adjusted sometimes. So definitely talk to your primary care, your provider about those meds. And it's good to see you, Holly. So you may need to adjust those meds a little bit, and I would talk to your provider about that. Holly, you and I, we still need to have one of these, get you on one of these times. Holly is actually quite impressive. And I know the Recrea Wellness people can't hear her, but one of these evenings, Holly and I are going to have a live where we're on together because I'm really proud of Holly. Holly has an extremely impressive story. And I'm going to have to do a recording or a live with Holly and record it because I am really proud of her. She has just a very, very impressive story. So I would love for everybody, but she's on the Recrea Health side right now. But I just am so impressed with Holly. So just kudos to Holly. I just had to throw you out there, Holly, and say so how proud I am of you. Marilyn, I think MJ gave me a rash. It's quite possible. It is absolutely quite possible. MJ, out of all of them, and if you say MJ, I'm assuming you're on name brand MJ. MJ, out of all of them, from everybody that I've ever spoken to, and I honestly can't even tell you how many thousands of people have gone through my lives now, but MJ tends to be the one that people say gives them the most troubles. My good friend ended up switching from S to MJ because her insurance paid for it, and ended up in the hospital with full-on anaphylactic shock, intubated, and then from MJ. But I have heard more of rashes from MJ. I've heard more just problems with MJ name brand. And I just don't know why. I'm assuming it's the preservatives in it. So just talk to your primary care about it and see if there's something that they can do. Probably not unless you were to switch to something else, but then your insurance probably not going to pay for it. So that's the thing with MJ. I just started my GLP journey and have quickly experienced sulfur bursts. They are awful. Okay, so sulfur bursts. The way to get rid of them, never eat anything fried, never eat simple carbs. Simple carbs are, processed white. Oh, how on the earth did I forget what a simple carb is? Okay. Simple carbs are anything processed white. So that is white sugar, flour, pasta, rice. Don't eat anything processed white, but digestive enzymes are your best friend, Zen-wise. So yesterday I tried to post most of my products that I promote. Zenwise, Zenwise, has probiotics, digestive enzymes, and girly health in it. So what do I mean by girly health? Girly health is for the ladies' equator area, you know what I mean, downstairs. And it helps it, with my other product, it says she's juicy. So but that helps with the sulfur bursts, the digestive enzymes, because what happens is it sits in your stomach and it doesn't move through because these meds slow down your digestion. So you need digestive enzymes. So I highly recommend Zenwise, Zenwise. Put it in your GLP survival kits. And like I said, I posted a video yesterday with the survival kit information. Everything that you need to have in your survival kit is in that video. So I put everything that I have in my survival kit. Veronica calls it my medicine bag. And I said, it's everything that you need to get is in there. And a lot of times, I forgot Pepto. Doggone it. But Pepto is one of the things that you can add that can help more immediately with the sulfur burps. But ZenWise is what you can do to help prevent it. Somebody said I eat sourdough. But you know what? Sourdough is not processed white. Sourdough is something that is more, you make it naturally. Heck, you grow it in your fridge and you keep it alive. So I think it's more naturally. It's from the earth, isn't it? I mean, wouldn't you say that? I mean, come on. Can hormone shifting from medicine cause psoriasis flare-up? So I would have to open this up to the group. I actually need to ask this in a video because there has been quite a few questions about psoriasis, because psoriasis is an inflammation. And I would actually think, and this is just Angela's opinion right here, Angela is asking, and Angela's opinion is psoriasis is a inflammation, and these meds actually do help inflammation. So in my brain, I would think that it is going to help psoriasis. Just my opinion. Okay. I would think it would help it. All right. You guys go on chit-chatting about psoriasis there. Okay. Or not psoriasis, sourdough. What am I talking about? Is there a time to come off them in a period or it doesn't matter? I'm going to be on these meds forever. Okay, because I don't want to go back to that lady in that picture behind me. I will be on them forever. And I was a yo-yoer, notorious yo-yoer. I would never want to be off of them. Some people can go off of them and they do great. I've had a lot of successful people go off of them and they're perfectly fine. It depends on you. Now, if you're somebody that has just put on some pound cake after a little while, maybe after menopause, or, just something happened in your life and you just put it on and then you're like, man, I just need to go on this. And so you are just like, okay, I need to get it off, and you get it off and you can keep it off. You're fine. Some people wean off and they're fine. And then, or you maybe want to do it every other week, or maybe I have some that just do it once a month, and it just depends on you. And that's what we're really good at figuring out. So you DM us, you message us, and we do a free consultation and we figure out what's good for you. So I wouldn't think about going off of them until you get to your goal, though. I had somebody the other day say, well, should I just get to like 10 pounds within my goal and then go off? No, I would wait till you get to your goal, to be honest with you. Sourdough skin, it's all the same, Angela. I know, right? Psoriasis, sourdough, sounds the same to me. Do your hormones shift again after each dose increase? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit, because PCOS, it depends on your level of how bad your hormones are off. Because if you think about PCOS and insulin resistance and the level of insulin resistance, if you do have a high level of insulin resistance, it's going to improve a little bit more with the dose increase. So it might throw you off a little bit more. So yes, I guess it would. I'm talking out loud, thinking out loud. So yeah, I think it would maybe I don't know what if I want to say it, throw it off a little bit. It's probably going to improve it a little bit, but it'd be more, I'm going to put a positive spin off of it instead of a negative spin, sorry. So if you do have the insulin resistance, which most of us do, that's why these meds do work, and you do have the PCOS. So that's where I'm kind of thinking, we're increasing it and improving it with the increase. So that's what I'm thinking. How long do you have to wait after a C-section to start? So if you have that C-section, and you're not breastfeeding, within a few weeks you can start. Depends on if you're doing pain meds or anything like that and how your bowels are working. You can start fairly quickly after. But if you're breastfeeding, you absolutely cannot start these meds. On the Recrea wellness side, some of the comments are getting blocked. So just so you know, if I'm not getting your question, please DM, because TikTok likes to block questions. Don't know why. Sometimes I can see them, sometimes I can't. So if you're getting blocked, don't get mad at me. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. So just DM me and I can answer your question. Can you split dose? So I'm not a huge fan of splitting dose, but I do Zenwise, Zenwise. Somebody asked that. The other probiotic that I like is Leefar, Leefar, but that one does not have the digestive enzymes. It's a probiotic with girly health. So that is the two that I do like. I can't tell you. MJ is one of the teas. It's the name brand. I am not allowed to tell you that. All right, hang on a minute. I got lost. I'm lost here. Hold a second, please. All right, so I'm not a fan of split dosing. And the reason I'm not a fan of split dosing is, oh my goodness, where in the world? You guys have me way lost here. Okay, split dosing. Every 3 to 4 days. I have one patient out of maybe 400, 500 that do it. And the reason you can do it, and mainly you can do it if you're getting a lot of increased hunger towards the end of the week, or if you're getting a lot of nausea and vomiting. But if you're having a lot of nausea, I tend to decrease the dose. So that you're not having that, because if you're having the nausea and the vomiting, you're splitting dose, you're probably still going to have that nausea because you're still having it, and you're going to have it with giving that split dose. So I don't like split dosing. It's just my thing. It's not my recommendation. Okay. If you have an allergic reaction to MJ or tea, most of the allergic reactions are happening because of what it's mixed with, if it's compounded, or it's MJ name brand. And that's what is that. I don't know why. It's just what it's mixed with. It's the stuff inside of it, and I don't know why. It's just some people are sensitive to it. How long do you have to wait after a C-section? I just answered that. You could start it. It's just like after any surgery. It just depends on pain meds and if you're moving your bowels. All right. So let's see here. I'm on 9 milligram. So women lose 1 to 3 a week. Guys lose 3 to 5. We want a slow, steady, consistent loss. Heavier do lose a little quicker, but not always. Okay. Yes. If you, Christy, I can't say the W. I can't say how much you have there. But what I can say, Veronica, do you need a code? Yeah. It's gone now. I can't get it for you. I'm sorry. All right. So, yes, if your BMI is say above 30, yes, you should have a larger amount of L, to answer that question. So if you're on Lexapro and most antidepressants and you're taking these, you're totally fine. There shouldn't be any issue or reason why you need to adjust those. What symptoms do you see when you're allergic? If it's a mild allergic, it might just be a reaction at the site, which is just like a little rash. B12 and B6 are usually what is compounded with, but we have been seeing NAD, we've been seeing glycine, we've been seeing niacinamide. So we've been seeing a few other different things that have been coming out. Ours is B12 and B6. I have had a couple people sensitive to B12. I have had nobody sensitive to B6, but name brand has a lot of stuff in it. They have a lot of different additives in it. So name brand MJ has a lot of different stuff in it. S is semaglutide, T is tirzepatide. That's the last time I'm going to say those names. I'm on the 4th shot of 2.5. I haven't lost. It is, so how many milliliters or units are you on, Tracy? Because I want to know how many units or milliliters. All right. R. All right. My answer to R is I am not, and somebody on both pages, Recrea Wellness and Recrea Health, can put the name of what R is in the comments, because I cannot say that name because I will get in trouble. So I do not tell you. Okay, if you're only on 10 units, you are not on the top dose. Because 100 units would be the top dose of the 2.5. You are on a small dose, and that's not why you're, and that is why you're not L'ing. So R is not legal in the States. It is not been released by Lilly. It is not FDA approved. It is not, I, as a nurse practitioner in the state of Ohio, have been told by the Ohio Board of Pharmacy that I am not allowed to prescribe it. Okay? So you guys are getting R from the gray market, which is being made by other countries. So I am not allowed to prescribe it. And therefore, I cannot get it from any of the pharmacies that I work with. So you need to make sure that it is an FDA regulated pharmacy that you are purchasing it from. Lilly is the maker of tirzepatide, tirzepatide, Mounjaro, and hang on, Mounjaro, the other one. I'm sorry, it's the other. It just Zepbound. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Sorry, it totally just flew on. So that's who Lilly is.
Right.
But they are also working on R, and they have not produced it yet. So it's still in research phases. So they have not released it yet. So somebody else said they got pregnant while they were on it, and they are having a bunch of issues from it. How long do you have to wait? I already answered that. I have an allergic reaction. Yeah, it happens. Allergic reactions happen, so you just have to be careful. Somebody else said a full-on anaphylactic shock can be an allergic reaction. So that's, swelling of your tongue, swelling of your throat. If you have that, you definitely need to call 911 and go into the emergency room immediately. Okay. The other is Novo Nordisk, and they make S. So they make the other two. So those are the two big companies. Nausea. I do Zofran. That's in my kit, my survival kit from, you have to have Zofran, 100%. I am somebody who will always get sick easily. Is long-term use of tea okay? Yes, of both of these, actually. It's very safe, 100%. They have actually been around for about 20 years. So definitely. Okay, so Lilly is where we can get it from. No, you can actually come here. We have S and T. My S in most states is $2.99 and T is $4.50. And that is the name, but we do provide to most states. So you absolutely can DM us, message us, and we can help you. We do free consultations, so we are more than happy to help you guys. And then on that, please share my live. Please follow both my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. We do a lot of education and teaching. $4.50 for a month supply, yes. And again, we use the highest concentration. So our T is 20 milligram per ml, and our S is 5 milligram per ml. So always give us a call. And that is for everything. There's no memberships, there's no contracts, there is no cancellation fees. You have access to me and my team 24 hours a day. Please don't call me at midnight though, because I'm sleeping. But you definitely are always able to get a hold of us. And, if you need me in the middle of the night, then you probably need to go to the emergency room, to be honest with you. So the dose of RT, the top dose is 20 milligrams per ml. And so most of the time people don't even get to the top dose. You usually have pretty decent results when you are at the, it's compounded. I've only ever for 4 years dealt with compounded, and I love compounded because it doesn't have all the preservatives that the name brand does, and we have really, really good results with it. Okay. Why is one more expensive than the other? because S has been out a lot longer. So it's been on the market a lot longer. And that's typically with everything. So if something has been out on the market a lot longer, then it's typically cheaper. But S is one molecule different than T. And S is they both are very similar in how they work. They're very similar in their side effects. So a lot of times what we do is we will start people out on S because we're really good at managing both of them, but it's less expensive. So if they fail it or they don't have as good of results, then what we will do is switch them over to T. Typically, most people have really good results with S, and that's what we start with. Have you had success with patients? I've seen people staying on 0.25 of S for relief. We will microdose a lot of people, and yes, RA patients do great. We have a lot of patients that do very well with RA, MS, inflammation on the low doses, and they do fantastic. So yeah, they do fine.
Yes.
I tried S, but was so sick I couldn't leave my bed. Now, that could be dosing. So a lot of times I've found that people that have dosing, like if you're dosing yourself or you're drawing it up yourself, sometimes you have, you accidentally might give yourself too much, or the milligrams were the wrong or something like that. We do pre-filled syringes, which is, how a lot of times I prevent that nausea. I always, if you have nausea in your history, I'm somebody that gets nauseous very, very easily. So I always have Zofran on hand. But then if you did have nausea and you don't want to try S again, then we try T. So it's something we can do. O gave me the absolute worst dude effects. I don't know what that means. MJ has, and sometimes one doesn't always work for the other, so we might have to try the other one. That's medicine. That's why we have options, and that's what's fantastic. If started on T with great success on 5, is that advisable? I don't like 5 as a starting dose. What I would do, is it advisable to try? Yeah. Yes. So you started out on 5 on T with success, then switch to S. Absolutely, 100%. You can. Are you able to supply vials instead of? I don't do pens. I don't do vials. I do pre-filled syringes. So that's what we do here. Is I don't like vials per se. I just like to do the pre-filled syringes. We can discuss it. It would be different pricing, but yes, we can definitely discuss it. And you can switch from one to the other. I've done it 4 times now. I've switched back and forth, and I switched because I want to see what's the difference. I want to see, why is one different than the other? Why does one work? I actually have more nausea on T that I do on S. All right, so that's how that works. So chickpea pasta, yes, chickpea is good because it's a protein. Whole grain pasta is good. Vegetable pasta is good because that's all considered complex carbs. What supplements should I take along with my GLP? Go to my Recrea Health page. The only thing that I didn't put on there was a multivitamin. But I just posted this morning your survival kits, the GLP survival kit. Please, everybody, watch that video, share that video, get that video out there because it is a really good video and it's the things that you need when you're on a GLP. You need to have your, it's everything you need to be healthy and safe on these meds because it really does help you. When should you switch? What dose should you start at? Anytime you switch, you always go back to the lowest dose. Always. Because they are not the same meds. And if you go from equivalent dose to the equivalent, you'll be puking your guts out. So you need to definitely go back down to the lowest dose. Is S the same strength as T? No. They are absolutely 100% different. So you need to absolutely go back down to the lowest dose. Don't ever they are not equivalent. They are completely different medications, guys. You have to go back down to the lowest dose possible. Everybody, please share my live, please. And if you could please follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness, I would definitely appreciate it. And if you could please call or please DM or message me if you have any questions. And if I don't get to your question and you have to leave, please DM me. I am so sorry because I do get behind on questions. That's just me. I am so sorry because I go off on tangents. And then DM me and we can definitely set you up for a free consultation. We can give you any other information that you need and we can help you. So why are they called GLP-1s and 2s and 3s and just GLP? Because it's the molecules and how they're different. That's a whole science class, and we're not going to get into that on here. It's just molecules and what makes them different, and the insulin resistance, and it's a lot of science, and I don't want to talk. It's a lot of science. So yeah, so yeah. T can be compounded with B12 and B6 as well. Ours is B6 for the 20 milligram. The lower milligram is with B12. Does it help with endometriosis? It can, because it's an inflammation thing. So yes, it can. I don't know for sure if it does, and I don't know if there's any research out there about it. Where's the info for supplements to take with GLPs? So it is on my Recrea Health page. I just posted it this morning, so it should be up closer to the top of my videos. So if you go into my page, you should actually see it. It's called GLP Survival Kit. So you can watch it there. Technically have a true classification. Yes, I think that's what ours is going to go into is the GLP-2, I believe. I believe that's what it's going to go into. My TER saved my life. Some side effects, but mostly, hey, it saved my life. It saves a lot of lives. All of these save a lot of lives. S and T save a lot of lives. And it's amazing. Look at me in that picture. That is me in that picture. And I am just so pleased with. Thank you, Holly, for correcting me. I am so excited and love who I am now. I am not pre-diabetic anymore. I'm not pre-hypertensive. I don't have the joint pain that I used to have. I don't have all of these horrible things that I used to have. And I move around a lot better. So, we really do have a lot of amazing changes in our lives. What are the side effects? The major side effects that, a lot of us deal with are nausea and constipation. So if you're somebody that tends to get nauseous a lot, then you will have a lot of nausea with these. So make sure you ask your provider for Zofran. And that's one of my questions. Do you get nauseous easily? And if you say yes, I'm going to make sure you have Zofran. And then I'm going to tell you if you say no, that if you do get nauseous, then let me know. So the second thing that I'm going to ask you, do you have a bowel movement every day? If you tell me yes, I'm going to tell you take fiber. If you don't have a bowel movement for one day, I'm going to tell you take Miralax. If you tell me no, you're not every day, then I'm going to tell you take fiber, probiotics, and then have Miralax on hand because you need to take that Miralax every day. So you guys on Recrea Health are getting into a wonderful science conversation. You guys go right ahead, have a good old time with that. Because if you guys on Recrea Wellness want to get into a great science conversation, they're having a wonderful science conversation over there. I'm going to continue answering your guys' questions over here. So Megan says she has way more energy. The lipo burn is something that we have. And actually, I just found out that I'm going to be able to open up my own TikTok shop. And I'm going to have my own version of lipo burn here very soon. So that's exciting. I'm super excited about that. So we will stay tuned for my own TikTok shop, and I will be having my own stuff here pretty soon. So, hey, AR, congratulations. AR, that is a difficult question. And so AR has had great success and wants to know if they switch to T, if it would help with more success. So I had to reword that for you. So the answer is possibly, and I know that's not a good answer for you, but possibly. So I had a stall for about 1.5 years where my BMI was within that, you know, we always tell you guys 24.9 to 28, it gets really difficult. So I was hanging right at that 25 and I wouldn't drop below it. So what I actually did is I switched to T and I was actually able to finally break that stall. And I did the lipo burn, I switched to T, and I absolutely did finally switch. So lipo burn, what it is a bunch of vitamins, and it is energy, PHAT burner, and it is immunity support. So if you're interested, DM and I will get you the info on that. DM and message me and I can get you the info on that. But it is a daily pill and it is just a bunch of vitamins, which is super cool. And it really does help. Low dose GLP and TTC. I don't know what TTC is. So if you put that in there. So I have been on S for 2 years. And a lot of times when you hit that stall, the other thing that you need to do is look at calories. Women are 13 to 1400, guys are 16 to 1800. Make sure you're getting your protein. So protein is 100 a day for women and 120 a day for guys. When you get into that close BMI of 24.9 to 28, and you're still at that stall, you're doing all of this, you have to count the calories. I know it sucks, I'm sorry. But, and then if you still are having a problem, then you need to call me. The lipo burn you can be on forever, it doesn't matter. It's just vitamins, no big deal. All right, Recrea Health, I am way behind. I am so sorry. So please reach out to me if you gotta go, DM me. Zenwise, ZENWISE. I posted videos yesterday. So it is on my Recrea Health page. So go over to Recrea Health and you can find Zenwise over there. Please, everybody, share my live. I would really appreciate it. Follow both of my pages at Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. Do you think there's a difference between the brand name and the compound? I have found in my practice, and I've had people leave the compound, go to name brand because insurance will pay, and then insurance stops paying, and then they come back. And when they come back, they tell me compound is better and it works more effectively. So that's just from people that leave. Can someone write what she said for the sulfur burps? Zenwise, ZENWISE. What about scaly rashes? If you're getting a rash, talk to your primary. That is what's important. Nursing is supposed to speed up your W. It's supposed to, but you cannot take these when you're nursing. Lipo burn is not a prescription, so just get back, DM me, and I can help you with where to get it. It is not a prescription. What if I keep having a site reaction? So, sometimes the site reaction is from the alcohol pads. Honestly, it is. So what I would recommend is not using the alcohol pads and see if it goes away. Honestly. Have I heard of anyone on what? Also take pictures of the rashes, especially if it's on your belly. Yeah, take a picture of it, send it to me, send it to your provider, and they can help you with that also. Have you heard of anyone on T that gets a quarter size, itchy, warm circle? Yes, that might be the alcohol pad, but that can also be the what's mixed with it. So you just need to talk to your provider. Send a picture. Sending a picture is a great idea for showing us the rash so that we can figure out what's going on. I had somebody allergic to the B12. So it could be what it's mixed with. My first week and second week went down 5. My third week gained normal. Totally normal. Can be 100% normal, especially for women. Especially if you're in your menses phase of life, absolutely 100% can be normal. Is it necessary to increase your dose? If you're having that food noise and you are craving, absolutely 100% increase your dose. If you are not having that food noise and that craving, don't increase your dose. Before you increase your dose, increase your protein, because your protein can help get rid of those cravings and help you get rid of that noise, because that's really, really important. Okay. I don't like it when people go on here and they try to sell their stuff. That's not nice. They wouldn't like it if I went on theirs. All right. somebody is trying to take their oral stuff, the oral pills. I have heard they don't work as well. And so that's why I don't know much about them. I've never prescribed them. I've heard they have more gastric side effects with them. Somebody's asking if another pharmacy is a good company. I would say no. Come here. Come see us. Let us prescribe it for you. The company that somebody is asking about, I have heard they are not a good company, but I don't like to talk bad about other pharmacies. You have to watch because a lot of them will start out with low concentration, and then they will start, as they start increasing your doses, they start charging you more, and that's a big problem. And then a lot of times you don't lose when you are when you first start out because they're using such a low concentration. So no, the compound pharmacies, I don't think buy directly from the companies that make it. I don't know where I just know that it comes from an Ohio source or a U.S. source. If you are having side effects from I would contact your provider and I would personally get off of it because it is not currently approved in the States and you don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from out of the country, and that's what scares me. If you have elevated pancreatic enzymes, you need to talk to your provider, and I would definitely get off of it until they figure out what's going on. Gastric issues while on GLPs, yes, that can be normal, and you definitely need to talk to your provider, and they need to manage that for you because that's not good. If you've been on NJ for a month, start 5 milligram. That's a good dose. I don't know, Christy, how long you have been on it, but 1 to 3 pounds a week for females and 3 to 5 a week for guys is completely normal. So just DM us if you have questions or if you want to order from us, that's totally fine. So you just reach out to us through DM or Messenger, and then we can completely 100% help you. We can answer any questions. You can do a free consultation with us. And you want to make sure that you are working with a FDA regulated pharmacy. That is which we are working with. If you're not Elling, I feel that's a problem because very rarely are people not Elling when they're with us. And we try to figure out why you're not Elling. Is there something you're doing? Is it the medication? If it's the medication, okay, then let's try something different. Let's add something in, talk to your provider, what's going on. That my job is to make sure that you're successful on this. And my job is to figure out, okay, what are you doing? What am I doing? What am I not doing? What are you not doing? Let's work together as a team. So, that is what's great about working with us is because I'm going to figure that out. And I struggle with you guys. I'm on this ride with you. So we are a family and we are a team together. And my job is to make sure that you are having good success. So if you're not Elling, especially after a couple weeks, there's something going on. It could be the dose, it could be the concentration, it could be what you are or aren't eating. So we need to work together to figure that all out. Fish oil. You have to read the label, you have to figure out, and everybody's going to be different as to what they should or shouldn't take. So that's a good question. Have you heard of anyone? Yeah, the rash. I have realized that my protein powder is making constipation worse. That's interesting. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know that brand, but is that actually read the label and find out if it could be the whey. Is it whey? I don't know if Equip brand is whey. I would check on the bottle there. I don't know about that. Is it necessary to increase your dose? That only if you are hungry and you are craving. One of the risks is fertility, not infertility. It is fertility. If you don't want to get pregnant, you better be doing something to make sure you're not getting pregnant. I've had 10 women in my practice become pregnant. So if you don't want to become pregnant, you better make sure you're doing something about that. why are they so expensive? Well, 4 years ago, they were way more expensive than they are now. So, so you definitely want to find out about, you want to check on that. I don't know why this person insists on trying to, goodness gracious, people. All right. Yeah, so it's a lot less expensive than what it used to be, and it'll probably continue to do that. It'll continue to get less expensive. I haven't lost. Okay, so you've been on it for a year. All right, Darla, are you a diabetic? Yeah, gray market is not safe, Megan. You are 100% correct. So, Darla, you are on my Recrea Health page. I posted a video a couple weeks ago now, but you need to go through my videos and find the video that I wrote or did specifically for diabetics. Because when you're a diabetic, yeah, great for the A1C. Absolutely, 100%. I don't know why I'm coughing, guys. I got tickle in my throat. It is great for the A1C, but there are things as a diabetic that you specifically have to do. Watch that video specifically for diabetics on my Recrea Health page. Then, if you still have questions, Darla, please reach out to me, because as a diabetic, you have to do a lot more, which really stinks, but you do. So watch that video and then reach out to me for a personal consultation and I can help you. Why is my primary care, why is it that my primary care doesn't care about a 5.8 A1C? Because it's not considered diabetic yet. So they feel that they can control it with just diet and that's it. So that's why they're not concerned, because per your insurance, you're not diabetic yet. So they are going to control it with diet basically. All right, guys, I don't like talking bad about other pharmacies. It's not good business. So I can't do that. We have a wonderful husband that's concerned about his wife's perimenopause. You're a sweetheart, Greg. And you should be concerned because it sucks. And Greg, I'm happy you are concerned for her, because she's probably concerned as well. So Greg, DM me and I would love to help your wife, because perimenopause is the most horrible thing in the world. And wait until she hits menopause, because it's even worse. So if you would love to help your wife and her hormones, and any woman on here that would like to help yourself, or any husband that would also like to help your wife or help your wife or your spouse or your significant other with these hormones, please reach out. We offer hormone assistance for $199, and it is life-changing, okay? Absolutely 100% life-changing. So we can definitely help you. So just reach out, DM us, message us, and we can help you with that. Whey, definitely. See, I get the opposite with whey. I don't have constipation. I have the diarrhea with whey, bloating, and it's horrible. And nobody wants to be around me. It's miserable. Menopause is the worst. And a lot of times when you go to the doctor, what does the doctor say? Oh, it's because you're getting older. Sorry, this is normal. Screw them. It's not normal. We don't want to feel like this. It's the most miserable thing ever. I'm 51 and I started perimenopause at 35, and they did absolutely nothing for me. So you know what? Yeah, reach out. I can help you with that. HRT is amazing, so please reach out to us. Megan said try the lipo burn, because that definitely does help with the stall. It helped me, as well as some other things that I do. But yeah, please reach out. We can definitely help you. So yes, if you are on a stall, you can also go up on your medication. That is something. Headaches and nausea. If you're nauseous and you can't get it controlled with changing your diet, then I recommend going down in dose. If you're having a bad headache, that can be your blood sugar, that can be your blood pressure, that can be your heart rate. go down and dose, talk to your provider, make sure that you're getting a proper amount of food. Yes, I can prescribe everything that we're talking about. So our S is $2.99 in most states. Our T is $4.50 in most states. All you have to do is DM or message us, and we can absolutely 100% help you. Our hormones are $1.99 a month, and that includes labs. And that includes an intake form. And what's super cool is our dosing is individualized for each individual person. We do male and female. So just reach out to us. In perimenopause at 47, I'm 51 and currently on HRT, but always fluctuating. It's difficult. Okay. You might not be managed properly, so I would definitely recommend reaching out, and we could still check your labs. If you have labs, I can put it into my program and see if you're on what you need to be on. We do a lot of testosterone because it's everybody, almost every single female needs testosterone, not just estrogen and progesterone, estradiol and progesterone. A lot of times providers will only do estradiol, but most women need testosterone. It's amazing. Okay. Day 5, my shot is wearing off. So that is a normal thing. So you can control it by control the wearing off by increasing your protein. So when I start have cravings, I increase my protein. How much is the lipo burn? It's $70 and that's for 30 days. So just reach out and I can definitely help you with that. And it's a once a day pill. And it's great. It's vitamins. My gosh, it's vitamins. It helps you with your energy, immunity, and it helps with burning that bad stuff that we can't say on here because I get in trouble. Please follow me. If you are learning or wanting to purchase these, or you're wanting to switch companies, or you're wanting any kind of information, or you have a question, DM or message us. Our S is $2.99. Our T is $4.50. DM us and we can help you. Okay. We absolutely 100% can help you. And we would be more than happy to have you in our family. And yes, your family. We would love to have you as our family. And we are here for you. No, I already said it. They don't cause fertility. Infertility, they actually cause fertility. So they can help you with that. RGYNs in our area recommend that you're off for 2 months before you get pregnant. But we've had 10 pregnancies here and all of them have been happy, healthy babies. All right. Why am I so hungry when you're on 2.5 for only being on for 3 weeks? You need to increase your protein. You probably need to increase your dose, but women need to be on 100 grams of protein. Guys need to be on 120 grams of protein. You probably need to check your calories. Nobody should ever be less than 1,200 calories. Women need to be 1,300 to 1,400 calories. Guys need to be 1,600 to 1,800. Typically, not everybody, but typically, but never ever less than 1,200. If you're less than 1,200 calories, then you aren't getting enough calories. 2 doctors told my 9-year-old too much. You know what about? Oh, okay. When my daughter was 5 years old, she was swimming 500 yards. She was a chunky kid, but she was swimming 500 yards 4 days a week. Okay, she was on the swim team. Her doctor told her that she was FAT. I was so mad. And I told him, I got in his face, I said, can you swim 500 yards? And he's like, well, no. I said, well, this kid is swimming 500 yards 5 days a week. So you need to back off, buddy. It irked me so bad because, he had no idea her activity level. And yes, she was a heavier child, but how dare he say something like that? And how dare Spring Marie, somebody tell your child something like that? And you know what? Yes, you are going to have to do a lot of damage control. And I had to do a lot of damage control with my kid and I'm sure that hurt her. Her doctor said something to her 9-year-old about being heavy. They should never say anything like that. And now you have to help your daughter improve her self-image. And, you know, my stepdad used to call me double X handles when I was 120 pound 5'7". And I mean, come on, why would you call me that when I'm just like this little twig? And here you know, that was in like high school. And that was just something that I always had to deal with. And I was a little twig back then, but that just is something that, you know, I always had to deal with and always heard. And it's just something that sticks in your head and it makes you always, yeah, I'm sure it hurt her. Horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, and now and then, but you know what? I would just encourage her and help her. And I'm so sorry. And then she's getting picked on at school. Oh my gosh, I hate people. It's just horrible what we have to go through. And you know, it is so sad. I'm so sorry she's going through that. I am always here and I, you know, live this journey with you. So the crazy thing is these meds are actually approved for 12 and older, but we have to be very, very careful because I think the youngest I have on right now is a 15-year-old and she actually comes into the clinic. And I was very careful about that. And I told her, because we do this really cool scale that we have here in the office. And I told her that I didn't, and her mom was in the room also. And her mom, heck yeah, I take Leaf Air because it makes she juicy. But I told the 15-year-old, I said, you know what? We're not worried about the number. We're not worried about anything like that. I said, but we have to worry about how you feel. We have to make sure that you are happy with you. And we have to, you know, worry about, you know, just your image and just, you know, you. And, you know, so it is a very gentle age, especially, you know, teenagers. I mean, we really have to be very careful. And, you know, I'm talking to her mom and her sisters was 18, I think. So self-image is just so important, especially for young girls and us as women, and just dysmorphia. You know, I still suffer from body dysmorphia. I did it the other day. I was at the store buying myself shirts because I'm freezing to death. And I had to get some long sleeve shirts. I was looking at extra larges. And then I'm like holding them up to myself and I'm like, oh my goodness, Angela, you are not an extra large, dear. What are you thinking? And then I was like, I tried on the medium and I'm like, oh my goodness, I would have never thought that I would fit a medium. And, you know, so I'm still doing the whole body dysmorphia thing because I'm so used to looking like myself in that picture. So, I mean, I did that I was like that for a good part of 20 years. So Spring Marie, how do you determine what is a normal weight? What I tell people is, so when I do my scale, it gives me what it thinks is a good weight. I tell people we never let you get less than a 22 BMI. Okay? That means nothing. So what I tell people is, I ask, okay, what's your goal? So what I do at that point is, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not getting to your question, so please forgive me because this is really important information. So what I do is I tell people what we will do is, here's your goal. This is what you're thinking. We won't let you get less than this, but when you get to this point of a BMI, 24.9 to 28, then this is usually for the women because guys don't ever get to a healthy BMI. Sorry, guys. But what we do is what you feel comfortable at, what you feel good in your own skin. That is what we're going to say is going to be your happy point, because my happy point is different than another 5'7's happy point. And so everybody's happy point is totally different. Some cultures' happy point is completely different than other cultures. So everybody has a different total spot of where they want to be. So where I'm at right now is a comfortable spot with me, and I'm at 160, and my comfort spot right now, because if I go much less than this, then I can't eat and I can't stay here. So I don't want to do anything less, and it's at I think I'm at 24.7, and that's a comfortable spot for me. But if I was to go much less, then I can't enjoy life. I can't enjoy that occasional ice cream, or I can't enjoy that occasional piece of candy or something. So my comfortable is right here. So everybody's is completely different. So spring, you're asking me if that's bad. Are you comfortable there is my question. So that's what I tell people. It's where you're comfortable and where you're happy. And when you're happy at that, that's where you need to be. Does that make sense to everybody? Because when you're where you are happy, then stay there. And then if you happen to get more off and you're happy, because I always thought my happy was at 180, and then I had a little bit more. And I'm like, ooh, this is a good spot. And then I had a little bit more. And I'm like, ooh, this is a good spot. So you find your own good spot, and then that's what you do. So if you want a little bit more, then you work for it and you get there. But then if you get there and you're like, oh, that's too much, then you find your own that's how I do. So yeah. So and a lipo burn is a good spot. And then if you a lipo burn is a good help. And what I would say, you're asking about other supplements, you have to look, and we can send you the paper. So if you DM us, we can send you the paper that has the ingredients in it. And then what you have to do is compare your other supplements to it, just to make sure that you're not doubling up. Okay, guys, so just DM or message, and then I can send you that. So where I'm at right now, I can eat basically a little bit of what I want occasionally. So this is my typical day. I have a skinny chai that it's Tazo that I buy. I drink that with my 2% milk, and then I put in 2 scoops of protein powder from Herbalife and my collagen. That's my breakfast protein. Then I will have mid-afternoon, which when I get off of here, I will have another milk and 4 scoops of protein. That's my afternoon protein. Those are my meal supplements. Then I typically have a vegetable and protein for dinner. And that's my typical, I usually get probably like 100 to 120 protein. And then my calories are usually right around 1,300. So that's my typical. Now on the weekend, because I usually do my shots on Monday. And then it wears off by the end of the week. So then on the weekends, I do tend to eat just a little bit more. So I might get my calories at like 1,400, maybe 1,500. And I don't usually eat or drink my afternoon shake. So that's what I typically do. So what my drinks are, I do water for the most part after my chai. And then I do 2 Propel electrolytes a day. I did just order a new electrolyte off of TikTok that has more electrolytes, less sodium. So I'm excited about that. Sometimes I will throw in a protein water. Not often, because it's whey isolate, which will give me diarrhea and upset my stomach. And then every now and then, Veronica and I will splurge, and I will get some kind of chai from Starbucks every now and then. So that's typically what I drink. Holidays, I will get a small scoop of my favorite things. That's typically how I eat at the holidays, and that's how I eat at restaurants. So that's typically what I do. If I'm not getting to your question, guys, I am so sorry. We've had some great conversations, so please DM me and I will get to it. I will try. I'm trying to scroll through these. We're not talking about, because it is from the gray market. It is not legal in the United States. It's not FDA approved. It's not released by Lilly, who is currently researching it, and I am not allowed to do it. Yes, great question, CEO of Cougar Town. I love that name. We do have an affiliate program. So if you, we have an affiliate program and it is $30 for each person that you refer to us. And what you can do is DM me and message me and I can help get you set up with that. So everybody you refer to us, we give you $30 and we can, we send you a check for that. So, definitely we would love to have you that. So, Recrea Health, and you can add the dot on the end of that and know how to get there, but you can, definitely set up with that. And we would love to have you in our family and our team, and we can definitely help you with that. So we service 47 states. The only 3 states that we can't do are Wisconsin, New York, and Kansas. So please reach out to us. We are always here for you. Thank you for asking. That's a great question. All right. I don't know why that person keeps asking that question. Constipation. Finally, somebody asked. All right. If you're constipated, you have to do fiber. Absolutely 100% do fiber. I personally like Metamucil gummies. Watch my video that I posted this morning about GLP survival kit. It has everything and anything that you need to be successful and happy and safe on GLPs. You have to watch that video. Please share it. Please make it go viral because it's a really good video and I'm actually really proud of it. It took me a while to put it together, I'm telling you. So I really, really would recommend that. Megan, I cannot say that, so I'm glad you did because I can't say that. All right. Wait, you have an x-ray every week and it shows not you're not constipated. That's good. But yeah. Okay. I don't know what you're trying to say there. All right. So constipated, you have to take fiber. Actually, if you have diarrhea, you have to take fiber. Everybody should be on fiber. 1, it helps with hunger. 2, it helps with keeping you regulated. 3, it helps with glycemic control. So fiber is fantastic, okay? So everybody needs fiber. It's really, really good for you. And then you need a probiotic. I like Leaf Air, and yes, I take it every day. Not only, and it's good for ladies, it's not good for the guys, but it's good for the ladies. Leaf Air, Leefar, and it's available on my Recrea Health page. So I really like the Leaf Air. Zenwise, if you need the digestive enzymes, it's going to help the food go through. Zenwise, Zenwise, is really good for the bowels and helping the food move through. It's also good for the ladies. If you need a probiotic, the guys on here, DM me and I have one for you. Then you also need Miralax. I highly recommend Miralax. You need to take that every day. That is if you're not having a bowel movement every day. The other one that I really like is Magnesium 14 in 1. That is also available on my Recrea Health page. And I just posted most of these yesterday. So they're all fresh up in the top of my page, and that is available on there as well. And there, so Magnesium 14 in 1 is really good. I take it every night as well. So it is a really good, you need to move your bowels every day. So I don't want anybody not moving their bowels every day. So Spring Marie, you need to be moving them every day. Even if you think you're not eating enough, if you're taking your fiber, you will be moving them every day. It is really important that you move your bowels every day. Oh, that's awesome. Use your bunch of numbers that you're saying it helped your lymphedema tremendously, because I've had a couple people ask that. So I'm really happy to hear that. So get those bowels going every day, everybody. If you're having any kind of neck pain, eye pain, any kind of weird pain, go to your provider, because that's not normal. That's not something. If you're having stomach pain that you can't get to go away, get that checked, because that's not normal. Nausea can be normal, but it shouldn't be all the time. If it doesn't go away, get that checked. You shouldn't be doing that all the time. So that's something that we really need to check. I don't have a lot of experience with the oral versions of these things. I can get the sublingual, but it's more expensive, and people don't like being, nobody wants to be the guinea pig. So if you want to be a guinea pig on the sublingual, let me know. I can get it, but nobody wants to try it because it's more expensive, and I've heard it doesn't work as well. Okay. All right. I had to get rid of somebody. All right. All right. Sorry. I had to get rid of somebody. Bear with me for a second. Is there a supplement that I should take? I am on a stall. All right. Yes, I love LipoBurn. I think LipoBurn is fantastic. Miralax, I get generic. I like the powder. I get the little individual powders. Megan mentioned something a little bit above in there. I can't say the word because I'll get in trouble, but I get little packets, those little travel packets. I put them in everything, my purse, my backpack, everywhere. And that's how I do my Miralax. I get generic. It doesn't matter. It still dissolves. It might take a little bit longer, but I have Miralax everywhere. Now, since I do my fiber, my leaf air, my magnesium 14-in-1 every day, I used to have to do Miralax every day. Now I do Miralax like 2 to 3 times a week and not every day. So if you do those 3 things, you might not need Miralax every day, but I still have it and I still do it if I don't go. One day I'm taking my Miralax just to make sure that I'm going every day, because I notoriously am somebody that doesn't go every day. So LipoBurn is awesome if you hit that stall. It has energy in it. It has a burner in it as well. And it has immunity support in it. So it's really, really good for that stall. But also, if you hit the stall, make sure you're getting your protein. Women, 100 grams a day. Guys, 120 grams a day. You have to count the calories. I know it sucks, but you have to count the calories. So your calories are, women, 13 to 1400, never less than 1200. If you're eating less than 1200 calories, you need to decrease your dose. You have to. And if you are a guy and you're not getting 16 to 1800 calories, decrease your dose. You have to eat your food. And if you're not getting enough, then you have to get that food in. So my price is S is $2.99 in most states, and T is $4.50 in most states. California, I can't get T in, but my S is a little bit more expensive, and Hawaii and Alaska is a little bit more expensive because of shipping. All right, so just reach out to us and we can definitely help you. And somebody said their friend had horrible joint pain will eventually go away. Usually. I am not an R fan. It's not released. Can I take Vyvanse on these? Absolutely. Just make sure your provider knows. Oh, we finally have a hair loss question. I don't think we can go live without a hair loss question. Protein. You have to get your protein. If you don't get your protein, you're going to lose your hair and you're going to lose your muscle. Before anybody says anything, my hair has been thin since I was a kid, so don't say anything. I have not lost any more hair since I've been on these. All right. Thank you for the hearts for whoever did that for me, because my hair's always been like this. Okay. You have to get your protein. Women 100 grams, guys 120. You have to get collagen. Okay, collagen is one of the most important things to keep you from losing your hair. I personally love Nutrafol. All of the dermatologists love Nutrafol. Nutrafol is one of the best things out on the market. If you are interested, DM or message me. I can help you get Nutrafol. And that is wonderful. Somebody said, thank you, whoever asked about Vyvanse. Yes, you can take Vyvanse and these. You can take all ADHD meds with these. You just have to talk to your provider and make sure they know. Okay. The other thing is, if you are losing your hair or you're like super worried about losing your hair, take a Nutrafol hair vitamin. These have 95% efficacy in making you grow your hair back. Fantastic. It is wonderful. User a bunch of numbers about not taking collagen because of kidney stones. I don't know about all collagens, but that's interesting. I've never heard that before. Can you take the hair vitamins? I don't know about that. I would have to ask, I'd have to actually Google Nutrafol hair vitamins and kidney stones and see if you could take the hair vitamins, because that would be a good question. Increased anxiety. Becky, Are you on MJ? That's a good question. I have gastroparesis. There's no way I ever eat more than 1,000 a day. I'm on 7.5. Okay, I would decrease your dose because if you are gastroparesis, you should not be on that high of a dose, and you have to eat more. And I would be on digestive enzymes, which you probably already are. What about force factors hair growth? I don't know. I'm not familiar with force factors, but I do know Nutrafol is one of the best ones for hair. So my prices again, I don't know if somebody just missed it, but it's $299 in most states and $450 in most states. I'm on T about 14 weeks in, very short. Protein goal is 108. Often going over protein. Going over is fantastic. Don't ever go under. Okay, sorry. All right, guys, please follow my pages. I'm getting to the end of this. Please follow my pages, both pages, please. Recrea Health and at Recrea Wellness. So I really do appreciate it. TikTok doesn't like to push out my at Recrea Health anymore. I don't know why. I think it's because I got in trouble too many times. But they do push out my at Recrea Wellness. So I do appreciate all of you on my at Recrea Wellness. So you guys that are on my at Recrea Wellness, please make sure you go to at Recrea Health, because I do post a lot of videos and I have a lot of products on my at Recrea Health, which is my main page. And I really do appreciate you going over there and following that page as well. No, going over on your protein will not make you gain. I have never had a single person going over on their protein making them gain. It's actually good to get your protein, and going over is a good thing. I mean, if you go over in your calories, that might make you gain, but going over in your protein is a good thing. And I mean, if you're going to go over like 50 grams, then that might, but going over like 20 or 30, that's not going to make you gain. Yeah. Oh, you're on Sema and it made your anxiety go up. If you have an underlying anxiety, yes, they might make you good, may increase it a little bit. But I always tell people, make sure you're talking to your providers, because that can definitely cause some problems. So you want to make sure that you're talking to your provider. I'm going to start T with B6. Is there any tips, and what do you think about T? I love T. I love S. I love compounded. So what I would recommend is watching my pinned videos on my Recrea Wellness page, but also go to my Recrea Health page and watch my pinned videos on there as well, because I do have a lot of really good information. Make sure you're taking everything you need to take to prevent constipation. Make sure you're moving your bowels every day. If you get nauseous, talk to your provider. Go slow. Slow is better than fast. You want to make sure that you are L-ing slow, steady, consistent. 1 to 3 a week for women, 3 to 5 a week for guys. If you get a stall or you ever have any question, please reach out. Thank you, Nancy, from jumping from one page to the other. I appreciate that. I like you guys jumping back and forth. It's awesome, because I do have both of my pages live at the same time, and I'm doing the exact same thing on both pages. All right. So hair loss is a thing. You just need to make sure you're getting your protein, take your collagen if you can, and make sure you're doing your hair vitamins. And I'm sorry, I'm behind. I keep trying to get caught up. So water intake is extremely important. I like my electrolytes. I do 2 or 3 a day, or at least I try to. I've never heard of taurbactam. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Women, calories is 13 to 1400, never ever less than 1200 for either. And you guys is 16 to 1800. Okay, so okay, wow, somebody is 5'10" and they put their 7th grade up here. How do I figure my calorie deficit? Okay, the easiest way to do your calorie deficit is you have to get one of those fancy scales, or go to a gym, or come to a clinic like mine. And what we do is we have one of those scales that gives you your BMR. You get your BMR, and then you take 200 to 300 less than that. And then that will give you your calorie deficit. That's how you figure that out. BMR gives you your basic metabolic rate, and that's your caloric intake to maintain. And then you take 200 to 300 less than that. but you can never go less than 1200. I had an older lady, she is 73 today. She was in the clinic and her BMR is 1296, but she can't go less than 1200. So her options are to build more muscle so that her caloric intake, her BMR would go up, but then she still can't go less than 1200. So she's at that point where it was kind of difficult. So she can't go into a caloric deficit because she just can't, because that she can't go less than that 1200. So what she has to do is increase her exercise and her activity level in order to be able to give herself a little bit more of a buffer so that she can have some that's all she has to do. And then I'm going to put her on a low dose of S so that she can help with the insulin resistance and maybe help increase her metabolism a little bit. But yeah, she can't go into the caloric deficit. That's a lot of what I do. I help people be healthy on these. I have to be very, very careful. I need pretty normal on GLP 7 days a week. I'm only on a month 2 though. Will that change? Yeah, absolutely. Just give it time, guys. You have to give it time. But like I said, most people, if your BMI is above a 29, you should have some loss, an L, within that first 1 to 2 weeks, if it's done properly. What's an NP? I'm a nurse practitioner. I have 9 years of education. I've been an NP for 19 years now. I was a nurse for 8 years prior to that. So I've been in the medical field for about 30 years now. I was also in the military. I was in the Navy as a hospital corpsman. I started as an aide when I was 16. So I've been here a while. Thank you, Slow Your Roll, for answering that. Oh my gosh, I posted a video the other day. I am in Ohio. We're not even out of October, and I think I'm freezing constantly. I've got like multiple layers on. I'm so darn cold. So it is insane. Megan said I can never retire. I probably won't. I have so much dang energy, I could probably never retire, to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I love doing lives. This is so much fun. I could sit here in this chair and do this like all day long, probably. So maybe this is what I'll do instead of retiring. I love talking to my screens and you guys just asking me questions. You guys are like my best friends. My husband started a job. They got race cars and I got my puppy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll just train my puppy and talk to you guys all day long. I was just visiting Ohio. Where in Ohio are you? I actually live in Medina, Ohio. We're a little bit south of Cleveland. We're about an hour and 15 north, or hour and a half north of Columbus, and then we are west of Akron. So we're kind of like right in the, not really in the middle, but we're kind of like right there. Yeah. So, Megan says she could watch me all day. That's awesome, Megan. The kids get tired of me, so I guess you're my new BFF. Oh, you don't see a video posted today? I posted it this morning. It's on the Recrea Health page. So if you're looking for it on the Recrea Wellness page, it's not on this one. It's on my Recrea Health page. So you have to go point over there because my screen is over there. So I'm sorry. I'm like, it's on my Recrea Health page. So you have to go to @Recrea Health. And it's over there. I promise. I'm not lying. IBS can too take fiber. I have IBS and I do IBS, constipation and diarrhea. So IBS does too take fiber. And my gastroenterologist told me that. So, and they actually told me to take fiber and to take a probiotic and have Miralax on hand. So I am absolutely 100% positive that IBS can take fiber and you should, but you have to start it slow. You have to start 1 a day for a couple of days, 2 a day for a couple of days, 3 a day. So why you start slow is if you take, because it will give you bloating and it will give you gas if you are taking it too quickly. So you definitely will take it slow. And yes, IBS can definitely take fiber. So you want to take fiber. I'm an RN on GLP and had bypass. Bypass can definitely take GLPs. I have several doing it. So bypass doesn't do anything for the noise. It doesn't do anything to shut down the I'm craving and I'm hungry. And that's what's amazing about the GLP. Also, bypass doesn't do anything for insulin resistance. All it does is it shrinks your stomach. And the GLPs are going to help with the noise, and it's going to help with the insulin resistance, which is fantastic. To take somebody stopped on 1019 to take a break. My appetite hasn't come back yet. It is normal as long as you keep your protein up, keep your hydration up, and just be mindful of all of the things that are going on. You will be absolutely fine. What can I take for collagen? This is my absolute favorite collagen. I love it. I take it every day. So, definitely do this. I don't talk about other pharmacies on here, but I just don't. Because I can prescribe it to you, so I can get it to you. So why would I talk about someplace else? So definitely, reach out to us. We can prescribe it to you. We can definitely help you. Our S is $2.99. Our T is $4.50. This collagen is amazing. I mean, I'm 51. I think my skin is pretty darn good. My nails grow like crazy, which isn't good because I get them done. So I have to go get them done more often, but whatever. It's all right. Okay. I'm trying to get caught up on these. What can I use? Food noise is back and I'm on a stall. So the food noise, if your food noise, you're on the top dose and that food noise comes back, make sure your protein is up because the protein can control your food noise. And then if you have cravings, you can trick it with protein because a lot of the proteins have awesome flavors. So I found the new protein called Split. Have you guys heard of Split? Oh my gosh, I love it. It tastes like strawberry milk, chocolate milk, cookies and cream. There's a peanut butter chocolate Split, has caffeine in it, but if you drink it in the morning, it's amazing and it tastes delicious. And I'm picky about my protein, but I like Herbalife. It has all sorts of flavors. I love the orange cream. That's the one that I'm gonna drink when I get off of here. But there is so many different flavors of proteins out there. So you can do the proteins and trick your cravings. So that's what I do a lot of times. But that is one thing you can do with the food noise is make sure that your protein is up. Check your calories because if your calories are too low, then it's your body telling you, hey, you need more food. So that's what you need to do as well. So, I need a protein that tastes like chicken and biscuits. You know what? Okay, I have one for you. Not the biscuit part, but I have the chicken. So Herbalife has a chicken soup. And I am not kidding you. It seriously is delicious. And it tastes like chicken soup. And it's creamy and it's wonderful when you're cold. So Megan, I know you're out there driving around. You need to get the chicken soup. DM me or text me. You have my text number. And you could take a thermos of hot water and stir this up in there and you will be like, Ange, I love you dearly. Because when you're freezing out there and you have this hot soup, you'll love me. I know you already love me, but you'll love me more because it's phenomenal and it tastes really, really good. I'm not kidding. Yeah, you take a thermos of hot water and you drink this soup out there when you're delivering that mail and you'll be happy. Yeah. So I take Mag Sit, pre-post by constipation. Okay. So Faith in the Flowers, there is a Mag 14-in-1. It's phenomenal. I take 1 to 2 every night and it's VEV, V-E-V, and it's on my page that you're on. It is amazing, and it has the Mag Citrate in it. You have to give it a try. It is really good. How would you work with someone down once they hit their goal? So what you do is you just slowly decrease your dose, and then you stretch it out when you're on that second from the bottom dose. So usually like 6 milligrams is what we do, and then you just stretch it out. Or I switch it to S, and then first I'd take you down on T, and then I'd switch it to S, because it's less expensive. And then I put you on the lower doses. And then once I do that for a couple weeks, and then I switch you out. Just joined both your channel. Perfect. Follow me on both pages, people. I have to continue to grow my main account, but I need you to follow both of my pages, please. So Recreal Health and Recreal Wellness. I've been on here a long time, guys. How long have I been on? Where's my counter? Oh my gosh, an hour and a half. Holy moly. All right. So there you go. This is it, 50 something. Hey, I'm 51. Gotta love the 50 club, right? Okay. I am not talking about R because R is only available on the gray market, and we don't like the gray market because gray market's scary. I just ordered first time. They prescribed tea with glycine, not B12. Thoughts? So, glycine, B12, B6 would be my preferred things that it's mixed with. I use B12, B6, but glycine is not terrible. I still say you need B12, B6 for energy purposes. Glycine is supposed to help with PHAT burning. I have to talk in code. I'm sorry, but it's okay. It's not horrible. NAD, niacinamide, I would not recommend. I've actually had people telling me they're getting sick with the NAD and niacinamide. So I would not use, I'd be careful with that one. Ask what it's mixed with, everybody. Be very careful. Ask the concentrations. You have all the right to know what you're buying and what you're injecting yourself with. If you're not sure, call me, DM me, and we can help you. Message me. We can help you with that because we have to, that's what we're here for. My whole goal is to teach and educate you and make sure that you're safe on these meds. We just need to make sure. I have a pharmacy that I've worked with for 4 years. They are FDA regulated. We prescribe it and I send it to that pharmacy and then they mail it directly to you. And so I am your prescriber. I'm your provider. I am your nurse practitioner. I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. We cover 47 states. So anything that you need, you reach out to us and we take care of you. And it's really simple. I'm going to start T B6. Is there any tips and what do you think about T? T and S are wonderful. I think they're both fantastic. So all you need to do is make sure that you watch my pinned videos. Watch my videos. You need to watch your bowels. If you're somebody that gets nauseous, make sure you have Zofran. Watch my video that I did yesterday or this morning. It's GLP survival kit. You need to watch that because it's everything that you need to be successful and it's everything that you need to be safe on these videos or on these meds, because there's a lot of really important things that you need to do when you're on these, because bowels are the one thing that will put you in the hospital. So there's a lot of things that you really do need to be careful. Sulfur burps, digestive enzymes, Pepto-Bismol is something that you can do, but I really do like Zenwise, Zenwise. It's on my Recrea Health page. So follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness, but Zenwise is available on my Recrea Health page, and it is a probiotic, digestive enzyme, as well as girly health. So it does help with all three of those things, but it has digestive enzymes in it. And what it does is it helps process that food through. Sulfur burps are typically caused by either a greasy food or a simple carb. So you want to avoid whatever it was that you ate, because that's what's causing the problem. So you want to make sure that you don't eat those again. I inject 5 milligrams every 10 days. Going every week gives me tons of nausea. Is it still okay? If you are okay every 10 days and you aren't having bad reactions at 5 milligram, you're fine. That's totally fine. Do you lower the dose every month? If you are decreasing to be on a maintenance, yes, you can do that. If you are trying to get on a maintenance dose, yes, absolutely, that's what we do. You could do every 2 weeks. That's fine too. So if you're trying to get to a maintenance every 2 weeks to every month, you can decrease. When you're maintenancing, it doesn't really matter, because it's just really trying to help control your hunger and cravings. So it's just really what you tolerate. So that's how we kind of do that. What are your thoughts on the patches? Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. The patches are a gimmick. They're fake. I tried them. They don't work. So I really wouldn't do it. I did them to try it and I had absolutely no results. They didn't stick. They didn't stay on. They did absolutely nothing for my hunger. I think it's just a total fad and it's just a waste of money. The most effective is the shots. Then you have your sublingual. Then I think the pills. That's my opinion and then the stickers are just a total waste. My tea is mixed with L-creatine. Not sure of the spelling. My B12 was already high in labs. So if you have high labs, then I would switch to B12. We used to carry the LC, and we no longer do. My lab doesn't use it or my pharmacy doesn't use it anymore. And so we switch back and forth between B12 and B6. So you have to watch because the LC and isn't really, they're kind of getting away from it. I don't really know why. It's just, it's not available anymore in my pharmacy. But it is good. I like it. Zepbound is tea, and it's fine. It's totally fine. Do not ever, never, ever mix any of the GLPs. Never. Okay? Never mix S and T, T and R. Never. You will be so violently ill, and I can't guarantee it, but I probably would pretty well guess that you will end up in the hospital. Okay? Don't ever mix the two, or any of them, because it will, they are too similar and they will put you in the hospital. Don't ever do that. Do you take patients who are already on Z covered by insurance with no support system? Yes, that's the free consultation. 100% we will do a free consultation, because my whole goal is to keep you guys safe and keep you happy and healthy. So I absolutely 100%, even if you are on the meds through somebody else or through an insurance or whatever, we will do a free consultation. So just reach out to us. It might only be a 15-minute consultation, but we will definitely talk to you and help you. We have paperwork that we can give you. The other thing is, if I talk to you and I give you help, then you can make referrals to me. And that's, word of mouth is huge. And, I hope that you will spread the word about me, and you will spread the word about my page and who I am and what I am. And that's why we do what we do. I'm just here to keep you guys safe. And that's all I can do. Stay away from R. My opinion. R is not released from Lilly yet. And that's what I say. What to eat before I take the injection? Sunday dinner. So simple carbs are what are going to make you sick on this. So stay away from the simple carbs. Okay. I would recommend that you stay away from them and you don't eat anything on day 1, 2, or 3 regarding simple carbs. They will make you sick. Okay. So just stay away from them. And I am actually going to try and do a video on how do I eat out, because eating out is a thing. We're a very social food community. And, when we go out, we want to be able to eat and feel normal. So I will do a video on that. Thanksgiving's coming up. So I will do a video on how to eat Thanksgiving. So one trick that I do, especially like at the holidays, is I don't use a dinner plate anymore. I use a little saucer plate. So visually, it looks like I'm eating a large meal, but I'm still and I'm cleaning my plate, but it's just a little tiny plate. So that's one trick that I do. I have a friend who their insurance rejected them, but her doc wants her to go on it. I'll send her to you. There you go. That's all I ask. That is why I do what I do, because everybody knows somebody that might need this. And we do have an affiliate program. So, we'll give you $30, Faith in the Flowers, for sending us somebody. So that's what we do here. What happens when you stop using the GLPs? So the weight will come back if you go back to your old ways. If you cold turkey off of this, the weight will come back. So what we ask you to do is wean off, and we can help you do that. You wean off, and then you don't go back to the way that you used to eat. Or if you notice that you're going back to the way that you used to, then you have to reprogram yourself, or you come back on the meds, or I will never go off. I don't want to go back to that lady in that picture back there. I will always be on them because I was a yo-yoer and I know me. So what I will do is, or what I tell people, okay, we're going to wean you off. We're going to see how that noise is and how that food and craving is. And if you're able to control it, then you just continue to wean off. We stretch you out a little bit, and then we just see how you're doing. And then a lot of times people do really good and they're fine and they go off and it's no big deal. Okay. I love Herbalife protein. I actually am a distributor as well. So if you DM me, I can help you with that. That's my shakes. That's what I do. And I love them. And I do have the powders. I have the drink mixes and all of that stuff as well. I love the aloe gut support. It is really good also. That's one thing that I do a lot of. So, definitely they're good and they really do help. I was buying tea, went up to 7.5. My insurance started covering and I went back to 2.5. Oh my gosh. I gave up insurance like 8-9 years ago because of that baloney. They'll cover and then they won't and then they will. That's why I'm only cash pay now, because I just got so tired of it, And it's just ridiculous. No appetite suppression and food noises back. Check your protein. You have to get the protein. And you really need to get that, because the protein is going to help with the food noise and the cravings. Then if you are doing, if you have to follow what the insurance is going to do, Mello, which really, really sucks. But so you increase your protein, monitor your calories. Your calories can't be less than 1,200. So women need to be about 1,300 to 1,400 calories. Guys should be right around 1,600 to 1,800 calories. So our S is $299. Our T is $450. We cover 47 states. And so you just need to reach out to us, DM or message us, and we can definitely help you. So Megan said a good tool for portion control is called Plate Method. She said, Google it. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. So that really helps. So $299 for our ST is $450. Message us, and we do compounded. So just reach out, and that's for a month's supply. In your opinion, I love giving my opinion. How can, if they can, avoid gallbladder issues? Okay, so these meds don't cause the gallbladder issues. And I actually did a deep dive into research on this, because I guess there was this nurse that went out and told everybody, she did a video that, oh my God, this is going to cause gallbladder. It's not the meds that cause the gallbladder. It's the lifestyle changes that actually cause the gallbladder. So it's the diet and it's the water dehydration that causes the gallbladder. So if you keep your hydration up and you slowly L the W, then you will be fine. So women are 1 to 3 a week. Guys are 3 to 5 a week. If you follow that, then you will be fine. And that is what's important, not this drastic W. If you do a drastic, then that's when it puts you at risk for the gallbladder. Stay away from the fried fatty foods. Make sure that you're eating healthy. You're getting your fiber. You're moving your bowels every day. I'm not sure of what is good proteins. Okay. I do protein shakes. I like protein shakes. I can't do whey. If you can do whey, those are a less expensive protein. So you could just have to look at the different proteins that are out there and what you like. A lot of times it comes down to flavor. I like Herbalife. If you're interested in that, you can DM me and I can get you information on that. So, there's tons of different protein. There are several videos on my Recrea Health page that go over the different proteins that you can try. So you can reach out to me on that. Is it a Lilly brand? No, we do compounded. So somebody said they also did the plate method. I teach 75% of what you eat is protein, 25% of what you eat is vegetable. And if you follow that, complex carbs are vegetables, roots, potatoes, whole grains, and oats. It's the easiest way. Somebody said they love Chobani protein shakes. which that's fine. I do Herbalife. I've heard Fairlife is a whey free. Some people like Premier, that has a lot of whey in it. There's Isopure, which is a good one to add to like your different protein or your meals, because it's just to add in more protein to it. There are so many different proteins out there. Dave's bars are another one that I found that people like. If I had protein shakes, is anything else you suggest? Chicken, beef, tofu, nuts, beans, hummus. There's all everyday transformed flavors of are the bomb. If you hate protein shakes, there's a ton of different shakes or different stuff. Oh my gosh, that's not nice appellation. So I mean, I did videos. Somebody said Reese, RYSE. If you go on my Recrea Health page, I've done a couple videos that show the different proteins. I've asked people what are your protein ideas, and they've put the ideas on there, so you can actually find some really good ideas on there. So yeah, there's a lot of different ideas over there on there. All right, guys, we are dwindling down.
I can't tell you the.
700 grams of protein and 200 calories.
Well, no, I keep.
I wish I was brave enough. Somebody said there's dog food that has 700 grams of protein and 200 calories. We couldn't absorb it. That's a dang good dog food. Jeez. How does your program clinic differ from other online programs? That is a great question. I feel like I'm being interviewed. Okay. First of all, in my interview, I would like to say you get me. I am Angela Jays, a nurse practitioner, and we're not an online program per se. We are a nurse practitioner ran clinic, and we are very personable, and we are always available to you. And my name is Angela, by the way, but I am always approachable. I am always available. I love to have fun. We are very simple. We keep things very simple. We do things different in the fact that we are a very close-knit family, and when you join our program, you become a part of our family. I try to keep my prices very affordable. I try to keep my program very simple in the fact that I want you to feel like it's comfortable and that it's very easy and doable. So we teach you what to eat, what not to eat. We teach you how to be safe. We teach you how the meds work. We teach you the fact that you can do this. We are always encouraging. We are always trying to help you. We are always available. If you feel like you're getting discouraged, I'm your best cheerleader. I am also former military, so if you need a drill sergeant or somebody to kick you in the bum, I am also that person. So my team is trained by me. So we are an amazing program that is always going to be here for you. And we live the program with you every day. I have been on this for 4 years, so I have been prescribing it for 4 years. And I absolutely know these meds inside and out. So therefore, I understand what each and every individual is going through that is on these meds. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own why. And I give you all the time and the ability to express your why. And I want to help you become the best person that you can possibly become. Angie T, did I get the job? Thank you. I hope I got the job. All right. Been on GLP for almost 3 weeks and not lost anything. Oh, I hate that. So when you're on our program, Megan said I'm hired. Thank you guys. So on our program, you don't not lose in the first week or two, especially 3 weeks. Everybody tends to lose. So I don't understand why you don't lose in that first 3 weeks because you don't do that in my program. And so, please reach out, DM me, and I hope that I can help you with that. I love lipomino mix. I think it's fantastic if you can give yourself an intramuscular injection. If you can't give yourself an intramuscular injection, then that is when I recommend that we give you a lipo burn injection or pill, because the pills are very similar to the lipomino injection. It's in a pill form, so it's a little bit easier to do, because if you can't give yourself an intramuscular injection, then it's difficult. Okay, my prices are S is $299, T is $450, and it is available in 47 states, so we can definitely help you. We do telehealth, so we're not same as an online, but we kind of are, but we do telehealth. Can taking a GLP help autoimmune? I have had a lot of people say yes, it does absolutely help that. So yeah, our TERS is $450 in most states. We cannot send tea to California. It is, I can't find a pharmacy that can send it there, unfortunately, because California has some goofy rules. Do my prices go up as you increase? No, they do not. My prices are the same regardless. And we do not have any contracts. We do not have any membership fees. We are the same price, flat rate. This is what you get. And it doesn't matter if I send in Zofran, it doesn't matter if I send in anything else. It is all one price. You get what you get. You get us. What happens when the top dosage stops helping? Then that is where we do some more coaching. We do some more teaching. You look at your protein, you look at your calories. We might add in lipoburn. We might add in Topomax. We might add in all kinds of things. What is GLP for? GLPs are for shutting down the food noise and the cravings, slowing down your digestion so you can't eat as much. GLPs are for insulin resistance and helping you LW, which I can't say those two words. I'm sorry. Leaf Air probiotics are absolutely amazing. So you need to go watch my videos, because I absolutely love making those videos because they're a lot of fun. But Leaf Air is a probiotic, and it is for girly health. And the videos are called She's Juicy. I love making those videos. All right, everybody. You know what? No, I'm going to stay on for 2 minutes and 15 more seconds, because that will get me to 2 hours. So we will give TikTok 2 more minutes so that I can be on for 2 hours. All right, guys. So I'm going to go over, please follow both of my pages. Recrea Health is my main page. Recrea Wellness is my backup page. So please follow both of my pages. I did my job interview a few minutes ago, so I hope I get the job. So DM me if you are interested in purchasing meds from us. Message us as well. My S is $299 in most states, and my T is $450. GERD, good question. So you can use the probiotics, which is Zenwise, which has the digestive enzymes, or you can use Leaf Air, which is a probiotic, but both of those are fantastic. Both of them have girly health. Digestive enzymes are fantastic for GERD, and both of them the digestive enzymes are going to be better for GERD. And Tums, avoid simple carbs. Simple carbs cause GERD, absolutely 100%. So we service 47 states. We do telehealth, and you can DM us. We can help you, and if you want a free consultation, we can help you. So if you get your meds from anywhere else, we have an affiliate program. We will give you $30 for any referral that you send us. So please reach out to us anytime, and we will gladly help you. And I will be live on Thursday. I have them scheduled online, so you can find the times. What is your take on O or S over T? So if you are a diabetic, please watch my video. If you are doing the things that are in my video for diabetic on my Recrea Health page, please DM me and I can help you, because diabetics have to do a little bit different. And so S versus T for diabetic doesn't really make much difference, but you just need to do some of the information in there. Yes, I service Minnesota. I do not service Wisconsin, Kansas, and New York, but I do have somebody that does. So please reach out regardless of the state that you're in, and I can help you. But watch the video on Recrea Health regarding diabetes, and I can help you if you DM me. So the meds are very similar, and I can definitely help you guys. All right, we are at the 2-hour mark. So thank you, everybody. Nutrafol is my absolute favorite collagen. DM me, and I can help you with that. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Actually, I might see you tomorrow because my husband took a new job, and I might get bored tomorrow. So I will see you because I don't want to be outside. It's too cold. I'm freezing. Please comment on my videos. Please watch my videos on both pages. Please follow me on both pages at Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. You guys have been phenomenal. I love you, and I will see you later. Thank you. Have a great day. Hey, I had a view on YouTube.